So by now you figured out that being married sucks. But there is one thing you can do to make your life way more interesting and fun again. Become a dad. So let's get started. How to be a dad. Being married doesn't have to suck the life out of you. Having kids is the best way to finally do all the cool stuff that you used to love doing. She'll think you're spending quality time with the kids, which is technically true, but instead you'll finally get to sit around, play video games, watch movies, eat junk food, and excel at sports again. You get to decorate their bedroom just like your old dorm at college. Posters and action figures everywhere. You'll likely spend most of the rest of your life in their room instead of the hideous floral prints and lilac scents that have taken over your bedroom. You finally get that second chance to be the sports legend that you were always destined to be. They won't make the same mistakes that you made because you'll be with them every step of the way to make sure that that does not happen. Motivation. I think it was Gandhi who said, "It's better to be feared than loved." This is the key to motivating your child. Love and generic support is mom's job. As a dad, it's up to you to instill fear in your child. A fear of failure, a fear of disappointing you, a fear of what you might do next. This commands the respect that you require to be an effective athletic and life coach. Human beings have certain life essentials to survive, namely water, food, shelter, protection, affection. Use these as key motivators for your children to get them to follow your rules and achieve the dreams that you have set for them in their life. If they get a B on an assignment instead of an A, perhaps they can spend the next week sleeping in a sleeping bag in the backyard. Or if they don't score a goal in the next hockey game, perhaps they skip dinner and breakfast the next day. Too many parents fall into the trap of threatening to take away only fun stuff like iPhones and video games and ice cream. While I do like where your head's at, this isn't a solution that is scalable long term, at least not for your child's motivation, because they will learn that they don't need their iPhones and video games, etc., and your authority and motivational efforts will fail over time. But you know what won't diminish over time? Your child's basic need for food. Use this to your advantage. The key here is to exert your authority and to use that power to help them achieve the goals that you've set for them. Prepare your kids for the real world. Don't be afraid to swear in front of your kids. First, they are powerful words that can help reinforce the fear that you've been creating and are great motivational speech enhancers. Second, they are going to hear these words from kids anyway, and it's best if they hear them from you to understand the appropriate delivery speed and weight to give to those words. Having a commanding delivery of swear words is a sign of strength and confidence. Dealing with bullies can be tricky. Ideally, your son or daughter should already be the bully in school. It's much easier and teaches them about leadership through fear. However, if they're on the flip side and your son or daughter comes home and mentions a bully has hit or ridiculed them, they need your help. Tell them, between periods, punch the bully right in the face when they are least expecting it. Variations on this approach are up to you, but these are the types of adult insights that you need to share with your child to prepare them to deal in the real world. Competition. The world is a competitive place, so it's important to teach the importance of winning early on. Nobody wants a loser. Not a potential boss, not a potential girlfriend, not my high school coach apparently. So it's imperative to turn everything in your child's life into a competition. Whether that be getting homework done quicker than his sister, or drawing and coloring better than anyone else, or looking cooler than everyone else, or winning at board games, or winning at video games, or being the best on their hockey team. But the most important part of teaching competition is to not ever let them win. Teaching kids that a mediocre performance should be rewarded with a win is counterproductive to growth and maturity. Teach them from early on that if a trophy doesn't say first place, it goes directly in the trash.
Hey Dad,
Yeah.
I got second place in my tournament last weekend.
Oh. Well, you know what to do.
If your child eventually starts beating you in any competition like a video game, you need to reestablish your dominance over them. Immediately stop the competition and send them to bed without food. Your irrational and unhinged response to failure will be absorbed by them, so they will get furious at their feelings as well moving forward. This is called passion, and it's something all sports greats have. While you may go through your fair share of broken Xbox controllers and hockey sticks, you'll also be crafting that passion for winning that they will need to succeed. Setting priorities. Bruce Lee once said, "It's not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the inessentials." Most parents feel this inherent need to promote school success over athletic focus. This is idiotic. Schools will always be around. They can go to school and get good grades later. You know what they call the guy at med school that graduated a C- GPA? Doctor. Don't get me wrong, you should definitely still use poor grades as a motivating opportunity as discussed earlier, but your focus should be on athletic development. They are only physically maturing once in their life. They have a unique opportunity to be crafted into a sports legend if you make this their focus. You ever watch a professional sports interview? Does it sound like their parents were equally supportive of their educational development as their athletic development? Yeah, exactly. But they're millionaires, so now who's dumb? Don't let your children down. I got good grades in school, now look at me. My bedroom has a floral design duvet and a crippling lack of Miller Lite posters. I'm not letting my children end up like this. Quality time. Your kids need you, and you need them. It's your best chance to do the stuff that you like to do, while simultaneously getting credit for being a good dad. From age Ages 0 to 3, it's just like having a lab puppy. Just put on a TV show that you want to watch, confine them into a certain pre-protected space, and throw the tennis ball across the room. They'll fetch it, and it's tons of fun. And it's not only affording you the chance to watch your show, but also working on their physical fitness. When they turn about 1 year old, it's important to start putting hockey skates on them immediately and have them wear those while they're doing their fetch routine. They need to start becoming comfortable in skates for their accelerated path to the NHL. Then, when your kids finally reach the age of 4, they can do anything. Time to start teaching them full tackle football and hockey checking. No mercy during these lessons. Mercy is for the parents of losers. One of the other key tips for effective quality time is to learn how to do impressions and then use those perfected impressions to make fun of people. One of the key life skills every father should teach their kids is how to spot funny things about people and make jokes about it to share. Your child's wit is up to you. Moms are not inherently witty unless they had a really funny dad. So this will be your task. Respect. Teaching your children respect starts at home. Always talk about treating others the way you'd like to be treated. But be sure to badmouth anyone who annoys you or who says anything negative about your child or your family. Family first. So if your child's teacher sends a note home saying they were being disruptive in class today and would like help from you to get them back on track, you dismiss the note and call the teacher an idiot. Likewise, after being pulled over by a police officer for speeding, be sure and take a second to educate your child and let them know that police officers are power-hungry morons. Also, any doctor who says you need to wait 4 weeks to play hockey due to a concussion is also dumb and doesn't understand anything. Besides, you just read in a forum on WebMD that someone else's kid felt just fine after 2 days after the concussion. So what is he talking about? So your kid is cleared to play in the tournament this weekend as far as I'm concerned. All of these passionate responses are important to convey to your children so they know who is important to respect and who is not. Another tip about respect. Remember that if your child questions anything, they are back-talking. Likewise, if they roll their eyes, sigh, or raise an eyebrow, that is also back-talking. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. If you witness back-talking, it's time for bed. If they ask for a definition of back-talking, not only is that back-talking, but your response should be intentionally vague, or just say it's sassing. Then if they ask what sassing is, you tell them it's back-talking. Then they're stuck in an endless loop of breaking the rules. They can't win, but you just did. Thank you so much for stopping by and learning these tips and tricks on how to become a great dad that all the kids fear and respect. If your kid's not a complete pansy, hit the subscribe button below. Good luck, and I'll see your kid losing a mind at the state championships.